So today let's start on our backs, unless you want to start seated. Either way works. I'll start on my back, but if you'd like to be seated, feel free to come to a comfortable seat instead. So many different ways to start practice. I like to start on the back for these later classes, because sometimes we go through the whole day without really having any relationship with the floor. And so this whole body on the floor can be pretty welcoming. But again, if you like to sit at the beginning of practice, that's more than okay. If you are lying on your back, feel free to keep the knees bent up towards the ceiling with the knees together and the feet wide, or extend one leg at a time and come into a more traditional Shavasana position. If you do that, notice any tightness in the low back. You can always come back to that shape with the feet on the floor. And let the arms rest somewhere comfortably. Press the elbows away from the shoulders. And then relax the arms. Just start to notice the places where your body touches the floor. And maybe a few different touch points. See if you can focus on each one individually for a few moments before moving to the next. For me, that's the heels, backs of the shins, backs of the thighs, the hips and glutes, mid-back, upper back, and shoulders, and the backs of the arms, backs of the hands, and that spot at the back of the head. Start to notice your breath. Nothing to change yet. Maybe just add some qualifiers, noticing how you're breathing today, or at least right now. The breath might be short or long, deep or shallow. You might feel it in the chest. You might feel it in the low ribs, or even the abdomen. You might feel the fronts of the lungs more than the backs. And let your next inhale be a little longer, a little more deliberate and intentional. And then after that, a little longer still. And expand 360 degrees into the lungs, spreading from the backs of the lungs up to the front, like you're filling a swimming pool, bottom to top. Notice if you're gripping in the jaw. You're really trying to focus and effort here. Find that balance between effort and ease, between effort and letting go. Alternate sending the breath into the abdomen and then into the chest. Finishing the long exhales. Take your time, no rush, no strain. Let the back of the body sink into the mat as you exhale, sinking a little deeper. And release this alternate breath. And just breathe in and out through the lungs, maybe Ujjayi breath, maybe just a long, slow inhale, and a long, slow exhale, equalizing the breath. And if the eyes are closed, begin to think the eyes open. Bring some life into the fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. And then bring some life into the legs. Flex the feet up towards the ceiling, knees towards the ceiling, and straighten the legs so that they're pressing onto the floor. Dig the heels down into the earth and start to point and flex the feet vigorously, building some friction on the back of the body. Notice the different parts moving here, hips, shoulders, back of the head. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, release the motion. Inhale, reach the arms up towards the ceiling and flex the palms up. Press the hands up towards the ceiling so the shoulders lift. And as you exhale, pull the shoulders down into the floor. Take some wrist circles here. Deep inhale. And switch directions. On your next inhale, reach the arms in line with the ears overhead. Take a deep inhale. Maybe you hold opposite elbows, maybe not. Start to walk the feet to the right, and then walk the arms to the right, keeping the hips square and the whole back body on the floor. Take this little banana stretch here. Reach that left elbow over. Reach the left heel down away from the body. And breathe into the left side. On your next inhale, come back through center. And take the other side. Reach the arms to the left, the feet to the left. Press through that right heel. Press through the right elbow. Deep inhale into the right side ribs. When you're ready, come back to neutral. And pull the knees into the chest. Give them a squeeze. Maybe rock side to side. And when you're ready, come to stillness. Hold on to the right knee with the hands, and as you exhale, send that left leg long, but let it hover off the floor. Inhale, pull the left knee in. Exhale, send the right leg out. Let it hover. Inhale, pull the right leg in. Exhale, left side. Move with your breath. Can you keep a little bit of space between the low back and the earth? And the long leg doesn't have to come very far. Just looking to try to get it straight. The next time the left leg stretches out, hold here. Relax the shoulders. Draw the navel in to support the low back. Deep inhale, press through the heel. Exhale, pull the left knee in. Take the right side, send the right leg long. Draw the navel in, press the heel away. Relax the shoulders and jaw. Deep inhale. Exhale, pull both knees in. We'll meet in a tabletop. You're welcome to rock and roll up the spine, or just rock to the side and press yourself up. Hands and knees, tabletop. If your knees are a little bit more sensitive today than usual, you can bring a blanket underneath or just double up the mat. Hands right under the shoulders, hips over the knees. On an inhale, arch, take cow pose. Exhale, take cat, curl the spine up towards the ceiling. Inhale, shift forward, cow. Exhale, shift back, cat. Maybe add some extra movements here. You can circle the hips a few times or shift the shoulders forwards and back as you move with the breath. The inner hand likes to peel up off of the mat here. Can you press down through the ball mound of the pointer finger and the thumb, keeping the whole palm rooted down? Take one more round, finishing on the exhale. And inhale to come back to center. A little bit more lateral movement here. So as you inhale, look over your right shoulder and swing the right hip slightly forward. On the other side, exhale, left. Inhale, look to the right, swing the hips over. Exhale, swing the hips to the left, look over the left. One more time. Come back to center and find puppy dog. Reach the arms forward, but keep the knees right under the hips. If the forehead doesn't reach the floor, that's okay. Keep pressing into the hands and reaching the hips up and back. Maybe the forehead comes to a block or to the floor. Press the tops of the feet down to take a little bit of the weight out of the knees. Deep inhale wherever you are. Exhale, walk the hands back and come back to a tabletop. Okay. Tuck the right toes and send the right leg long. Shift forwards and back a few times, just stretching out the back of the leg, bottom of the foot. And like we did last time, either stay here moving this way. Maybe you come to stillness. Maybe you lift that right leg up to hip height, press down through the left knee. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you send that left foot out to the side and start to open the right hip on top of the left. Maybe the right hand comes to the hip and you stack the right shoulder over the left. Press through the heel like you're standing on a table and maybe reach the right arm up towards the ceiling. Option to stay here, option to bend the right knee and reach back with the right hand, trying to hold on to the ankle. If you find the ankle, press the foot into the hand and press the collarbones open. Deep inhale here. Without slingshotting, reach the leg long, reach the arm up. Deep inhale, reaching through the right hand. Exhale, bring the hand down, bring the knee down. Take a child's pose. Hips sink back towards the heels. Reach the arms forward and notice the difference you feel between the sides. Again, if your knees are feeling sensitive today, feel free to double up the mat or give yourself some extra cushion. One more full deep breath here. On an inhale, come back to all fours, tabletop. Tuck the left toes, send the left leg long, shift forwards and back. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you come to stillness and lift that left leg, draw the navel in, protect the low back. And reach the crown forward as you reach the heel back. Maybe stay. Maybe bring the right foot outside the mat and start to lean the left hip open. Maybe the left hand comes to the left hip. Maybe reach that left arm up. Really lift through that left leg, left heel. Either stay here or bend the left knee. Try to hold on to the left ankle in the left hand and press the collarbones through the chest. Let the head and neck go. Deep inhale without slingshotting. Reach the leg, reach the arm. Inhale. And exhale, lower hand, lower knee, child's pose. Knees can be wide in child's pose if you want to get more into the hips. They could stay at hips distance. That can feel really good in the low back. And some people say it helps with digestion to put some pressure on the abdomen here. And when you're ready, start to snake forward onto your belly. Find a Sphinx pose. Elbows under the shoulders, forearms pressed down into the floor. Again, especially that inner hand. And then press the spine through the chest and bring a lot of energy into the legs. Press the tops of the thighs down, tops of the feet down, especially the outer edges of the feet. You might need to roll the inner thighs up towards the ceiling to get there. Press the spine through the chest, deep inhale. As you exhale, look over the right shoulder. Just some range of motion stuff here. Inhale back to center. Exhale, look over the left shoulder. Inhale back to center. Exhale right. Inhale center. Exhale left. Come back to center. Bring that right hand forward, about a hand print. Straighten the right arm. Take the left hand underneath the right arm until you come to the outside of the left shoulder. Bend the right knee onto the floor and start to shift the hips over, bringing the arms into a T, taking a twist. Press the top hip away from the face and either look towards the right hand for the full twist or the left hand for a little neck stretch here. Deep inhale. Hold for the exhale. Start to shift back into space. Bring that right hand forward, lower onto the forearm, square the hips down, and bring the left arm back. Deep inhale here, Sphinx pose. Hold for the exhale. Walk that left hand forward, a hand print, and straighten the elbow. Reach the right arm underneath, coming to the back of the right shoulder. Start to open up the hips and bend that left knee onto the floor as you open the arms into a T and take a supine twist. Again, press the top hip away from the face and find your gaze, whatever feels good today. One more full deep breath. Let your next exhale be deep and complete. And on an inhale, shift your way back to Sphinx, moving slowly. Press the spine through the chest. As you exhale, bring the elbows wide and come onto the stomach. We're going to try crocodile pose, which I have not taught before. Bring the feet outside the mat, so wide but not super wide, and then bring the inside edges of the feet down so that the hips are externally rotated. When you get there, either stay here and bring one cheek to the mat and let the arms come down by the sides, or bring the elbows, stacking the forearms on top of each other, bring the elbows forward. If this is okay, keep reaching the elbows forward and maybe bring the head into the hands, the chin into the palms. Crocodile pose. Deep inhales, deep exhales. Take one more full deep breath. And start to lower back down. 2 rounds of cobra. So bring the tops of the feet back onto the earth. Feet are hips distance. Bring the hands under the shoulders. And on an inhale, peel the upper chest off the earth. Lift the hands just a millimeter. Exhale, lower everything down. Inhale to lift, maybe the hands lift. Exhale, lower down. Elbows in, collarbones wide. Last time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower down. And shift yourself back to either child's pose, puppy dog, or downward facing dog. If you're taking down dog, it's the first one. Feel free to pedal out the feet or take whatever you need for your first down dog. Again, there's no right way to do a yoga pose. There's just some safe ways. But what feels good today is a gift. So find the version that feels good and take it. You might want to pedal out the feet, lift a leg, and open up the hips. You might be comfortable in stillness today. For the shoulders, we're looking for an external rotation. So I like to bend the elbows out to the sides and then pull the elbows in, still bent, and then press the elbows straight so that the eyes of the elbows point either in towards each other or forward towards the front of the room. Relax the shoulders down away from the ears and press into the inner hands. Reach the hips up and back and let the head and neck release. Maybe shake the head a few times. When you feel ready, start to walk the feet to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Let this first one be super generous. Spread the toes, wide base. Bend the knees. Head and neck soft, knees soft. Deep inhale into the backs of the lungs. Deep exhale, let it go. A few rounds of halfway lifts. Inhale, hands come to shins, reach the crown forward. Exhale, fold, bend the knees, let the crown rest towards the floor. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. This time, roll all the way up to stand, stacking the vertebrae. Take your time, find your Tadasana. With the arms open, collarbones and sternum lifting, strong legs pressing down into the mat. Reach the crown tall, injecting a little bit of space between each vertebra. Take a full deep breath here. When you're ready, on an inhale, sweep the arms up and open, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, bring the arms to the side, Tadasana. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, arms come down. We'll take some twists. So inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, right arm back into a T, left arm forward. Keep the hips square. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, right hand forward, left hand back. Keep the hips square. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, look to the right, maybe look towards the right hand. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist to the left, maybe look towards the left hand. Inhale to reach. This time as you exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, take up space. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up, stand. Exhale back to Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, sweep the arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, mini back bend. Cactus the arms, tip the hips forward. Inhale, back to Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, mini back bend. Shift the hips, lift the sternum. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, last time, mini back bend. Elbows squeeze. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. Inhale, reach up, arms rise as you lift to stand. Exhale, back to Tadasana. Find your feet again. Deep breath in here. We'll add on. On an inhale, sweep the arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Maybe look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant the hands, step, step to plank. You can lower onto the knees or keep them lifted. Puff up the space between the shoulder blades and draw the navel in. When we do that, we tend to look back pretty far. Look forward slightly, keeping the back of the neck long. Deep inhale. Exhale, elbows in, lower all the way down to the mat. Baby Cobra, 3 rounds, press the tops of the feet down. Inhale, peel the chest up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, peel up. Strong legs, thighs press down. Exhale, fold. Inner thighs spin up. Inhale to lift. As you exhale, come to downward facing dog or your version, maybe child's pose, maybe puppy dog pose. Just depends what feels good today. Release the head, the neck, the jaw. Let your next exhale be deep and complete. On an inhale, we'll meet in a halfway lift. Walk the feet forward. Reach through the crown. Exhale to fold. Inhale, reach up, arms sweep overhead. Exhale, Tadasana. One breath per movement. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Take up space. Let the heart lead you down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step, step, and lower down. Maybe halfway to Chaturanga, maybe all the way. Inhale into a back bend. Maybe you're ready for upward facing dog, or maybe just baby cobra. As you exhale, take down dog, or any inversion that feels good. Inversion here just means that the hips are over the head. One more full deep breath. Take your time. On an inhale, look forward, shift the feet, and come to a halfway lift. Exhale, fold, lengthening out the breath. Inhale, sweep the arms, soft knees, strong legs. Exhale, Tadasana. Step back to face the long edge of the mat and widen your stance. We'll take wide-legged forward folds. So hands to hips to start, and then pull the elbows behind you. Draw the navel in and micro bend the knees. Reach the crown tall, send the tailbone down. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Tip the hips forward. The pose starts where the sensation starts. Either keep the hands on the hips, slightly more challenging, or maybe bring the hands down to the floor. You could bend the knees as much as you need to get there. Tip the weight into the fronts of the feet. Then press down into the heels as you lift the hips. Maybe you come a little deeper into the fold. Let the head and neck go. Prasarita, padottanasana A. Keep the left hand where it is. On an inhale, sweep the right arm up. Take a little twist. Exhale, bring it down. Again, inhale, sweep the right arm up. Exhale, bring it down. Last time, inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, bring it down. We'll take the left hand. Inhale, sweep the left arm up. Exhale, lower. Draw the navel in. Inhale, sweep the left arm. Exhale, lower. Keep the hips square. Last time, inhale, reach. Exhale, lower. Bend into the knees. Bring the hands to the hips. Draw the navel in, elbows back. On an inhale, press yourself up to stand. Walk or hop the feet together. I like to heel toe the feet. And then keep the feet right under the hips. We'll take one more forward fold here. Reach through the crown, elbows back, deep inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Soft knees, weight in the toes. Either keep the hands on the hips, maybe hands clasped behind you for this C variation. So many different variations here. You can hold onto the toes. You can let the arms hang. Take what feels good. Notice where the mind goes, the internal dialogue. If the hands are clasped, slowly start to release them. Let the arms come long down to the floor. Let the shoulders shrug up towards the ears, giving the traps a little bit of release here. On an inhale, press into the feet, slowly lift up, come to stand. Okay, final vinyasa, I think. Come to the top of the mat, feet under the hips, find Tadasana. Totally optional. If you want to just meet me in a down dog, you're welcome to take that. Roll the shoulders a couple of times. In fact, bring the fingertips to the shoulders, open the elbows to the sides, and then take some big circles with the elbows. And reverse directions after you take a couple rounds. And then reverse directions again. This time, use the chin as well. Lift and lower the chin with the elbows for 2 rounds. And then reverse directions. Release the arms. Let the gaze settle. Take a deep inhale. Deep exhale. Inhale, lift the arms, lift the gaze. Exhale, fold, hinge at the hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back and lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, down dog. We'll meet in a comfortable seat. When you're ready, either jump through or just lower the knees. Bring them off, the feet off to one side, and then sit back. Bring the feet in front of you, knees bent up towards the ceiling. And walk the hands behind you for now. Walk the back further than you would comfortably do. And then bring the feet to mat's width, wider than usual. Let the knees fall to the right, come back to center, and let the knees fall to the left. Take a few rounds like this. I like to keep the feet flexed, so just the heels are on the earth. It feels a little bit better in my knees, but it's just me. When you're ready, come back to center. Walk the hands in, bring the feet down and together, knees together. And then we're going to take a little bit of a Navasana thing. So bring the hands behind the knees and start to shift back. We're going to keep the feet on the floor for this one, but you want to feel like you could lift the feet up. So tip back far enough where you feel some engagement in the core without compensating in the low back. And then that's probably too far. So walk a little bit forward after you find that spot and reach the arms forward, keeping the feet on the floor. We're going to do this little bow and arrow motion. So as you inhale, stay here, reach through the arms. As you exhale, left elbow bends and look behind you. Inhale to reach forward. Exhale, right elbow bends and look behind you. Inhale, reach forward with the breath. Exhale and inhale. Exhale And inhale, squeeze the legs together. Take 2 more rounds each side. Keep squeezing the feet, squeezing the knees. And when you finish, bring the hands down and find a comfortable seat. I'll suggest taking swastikasana, which is where the knees, where the shins are crossed and the feet are under the knees-ish. Bring the backs of the hands to the knees and then straighten the elbows, but keep the hands on the knees so you feel the shoulders pressing back behind you. Draw the navel in and look down over the nose. Take a few deep breaths here. Lengthen through the crown, press down through the sitting bones. On your next inhale, release the arms and bring the left elbow towards the left hip and let the left hand rest on the thigh. And then reach the right arm out to the side, make a thumbs up, turn it to a thumbs down, and then reach behind the back. Maybe the back of the hand comes to the low back, or maybe you hold on to the right elbow with left elbow with the right hand. Deep inhale, reach through the spine. As you exhale, lower that left ear towards the left shoulder. Hopefully that made sense because I'm mirroring you and don't know if I'm going to be able to do it on the other side. Play with the chin, maybe lift up towards the ceiling or down towards the shoulder, the collarbone. Find a spot that feels juicy and hold 3 breaths. On your next exhale, bring the chin to the chest. Start to release that right arm. And then lift the gaze. Opposite side. So the right arm will come right. The other arm will come down. Reach the other arm out to the side. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Behind the back. And then hold on to the elbow. Whichever arm is bound, you'll inhale, lengthen, and exhale, lower that opposite ear down. One side usually feels different than the other. Feel free to adjust your seat in case you're uncomfortable. And then play with the chin. Find that juicy spot and hold for 3 breaths. On your next exhale, bring the chin down, release the arms, and lift the gaze. Take the opposite cross of the legs. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, start to fold forward. Use the hands. Inhale to press yourself up to a comfortable seat. And then lower down onto your back. We'll take a few rounds of bridge pose. Bring the heels a little closer to the hips. You might be able to touch the heels with your fingertips. Maybe not. Doesn't work in everybody's body. Tuck the shoulders underneath you and hold onto the outside edges of the mat, or just press down the backs of the arms into the mat. On an inhale, start to lift the hips an inch up off the earth. Tuck the tailbone towards the backs of the knees, but keep the knees square right over the ankles. Maybe on your next inhale, the hips lift a little bit more. Maybe on your next inhale, the hips lift a little bit more. Any sensitivity in the knees, come down one step. On your next exhale, lower down completely. Take a deep inhale here. Deep exhale. We'll take one more round. On an inhale, lift the hips an inch, tuck the tailbone towards the backs of the knees, and lift a little higher. Tuck the tailbone, lift a little higher. Tuck the tailbone, a little higher. Maybe you clasp hands underneath the back and tuck the shoulders a little bit more. Resist the urge to turn the neck and press the feet away from you. If you're holding onto the mat with the hands, tug on the mat so you can tuck the shoulders a little bit. One more full deep breath in. Exhale, lower the back one vertebra at a time. Pulling these into the chest, and side to side. And slowly start to make your way into Shavasana. If there's anything else that you want to do for your practice to feel more complete, feel free to add that in. Maybe bringing the legs up a wall, or just bringing the feet overhead can sort of mimic that. Could take a happy baby or another twist. Otherwise, just find your way onto your back for Shavasana. Legs can be long, or feet on the floor, knees together, feet wide. Find a comfortable position for the hands. And make any adjustments that would make this 10% more comfortable. Notice where you can let go a little more. Relax the muscles of the face. Let the eyes feel heavy. Jaw. Temples. And again, feel into the back of the body, the places where your body's touching the floor. Maybe sigh out your next breath. And take Shavasana. You can stay as long as you like. When you feel ready, let your next inhale be a little deeper. Gradually deepen the breath. Invite some small movements into the body. Fingers and toes. Let that movement grow. Take as much time as you need. Come to a comfortable seat. You might want to press onto one side and the other for a moment. When you find your seat, let the eyes close or gaze down towards the floor. Reach up through the crown, press down through the sitting bones. Dignified seat here. Creating space for the breath to move freely, deeply. Thank yourself for showing up. Thank your body for working for you. Gratitude for the practice, its lineage, all of its benefits. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Thank you so much for coming. Such an honor to share this with you.